Time and space were seen as an intertwined sacred entity. Time was created by supernatural forces that came from the underworld and sky, but united on the level of Earth. The Mesoamerican calendars were a great influence on human life. These calendars were measured by astronomical observations. Astronomy had a big influence on the Mesoamerican calendars. The astronomical observations helped Mesoamericans guide important celebrations that were relative to changes in the solar system. Most times, these ceremonies were planned so that observations of these astronomical events could be communicated through public rituals. Astronomy also helped Mesoamericans with their agriculture. Agriculture was very important to the Mesoamericans. Their most beloved crop was corn. They thanked and worshipped their gods for the invention of the corn. When the Europeans conquered the Americas, corn became so valuable that when there was a shortage of silver coins, corn was used as a form of currency. Corn was very tricky to grow. If you were growing a crop of corn, you had to be very attentive to it and make sure it was getting enough sunlight and water. Corn, cotton, and tobacco were very valuable amongst the Europeans. Mesoamericans were kind enough to show the Europeans how to grow and care for corn and how to handle the tobacco. Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas as a result of a mistake he had made. Columbus brought along over 1,200 soldiers, sailors, and colonists. On board, there was also 6 priests and a troop of lancers. Europeans, especially Hernan Cortez's main goal, was to look for gold, other goods, and expand their empires. In order to let them know that land was found, the Europeans would send back letters with crowns or other important items. Diseases were brought over by the Europeans, killing almost all of the Mesoamerican population. Although many scientists and researchers believed that malaria, syphilis, and even bad drinking water led to the deaths of many Mesoamericans, influenza was the leading cause of death for some Spaniards and a lot of Mesoamericans. A lot of Mesoamericans died because they were exposed to pathogens they had never been exposed to before. These pathogens traveled through different objects and animals that the Europeans brought with them. The Mesoamericans only had 2 animals, the Xoloitzcuintle dog and llamas. Europeans loved to breed dogs together, so they would often be born with diseases that could easily be transmitted to the Mesoamericans.